Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to Daily Downshift. My name is Nestor and today we're doing yet another install on the BMW M2. Now today's install is actually a replacement product. So for those of you that remember, I basically brought to light a radiator grill protector from radiatorgrillstore.com a while ago, and I've seen on the forums and stuff and on Facebook a lot of people have been buying it for their M2s to protect the front radiators. As you guys can see, this is what it looks like, and a lot of people didn't necessarily, I'm sorry for the for how dark it is, but a lot of people actually didn't like it because it was just a simple like plastic mesh and you had to attach it with zip ties. So it wasn't necessarily the cleanest of installs and it wasn't really a polished product, right? It's just one of those DIY things, get it in there, protect it, and you know, you can kind of forget about it. But today we linked up with our friends over at Stradale Design, and check this out guys. They got a really nice product that they fully developed, and this is going to essentially not only fit right in like a glove, but it's also going to attach to two push pins on the sides of the inside cavity, and it's going to make it a lot more stronger. It's not going to go anywhere, and best of all, there's no zip ties. So big thank you to Stradale Design for sending this over. We're going to be making a DIY install video right now. I want to show you guys how easy it is to install yourself. Even if you don't really have that many tools or a lift or anything like that, it's quite simple. And then of course, you know, you'll see how it looks and the finish and overall how nicely it sits in there. I think you guys are going to really like it. Also, Stradale Design is working on a lot of really nice, unique, bespoke products for the G87 platform. So if you guys are interested in getting like a front splitter or side skirts, they even have like custom big wings, which maybe we'll get one day. We'll see. They're working on like laser light tail lights, really cool stuff. So check out their link in the description guys. Yeah, they got some really cool products. So with that out of the way, let's get right into the install. So let me quickly show you guys kind of how this is made and how it differs from the Radiator Grill Store one. Obviously this one is just a mesh and you have to use 4 zip ties, 2 here and 2 at the top to kind of hold it in place. This one obviously no zip ties. They've kind of added on these plastic edges here, and as you can see there's a hole right there, and that's going to be where a push pin goes. You have the S on the side. I think that's for their logo, probably Stradale S. And yeah, it's a really good finish. I think they did a great job with this. So let's go ahead and start taking some stuff off. Okay, so I quickly just went ahead and undid all the zip ties. As you can see, nothing's holding it anymore. Obviously, you know, don't worry about this part of the video if you do not have any sort of radiator grill protector here right now, but obviously have to remove this one to get the new one in. Yeah, you really need protection on this car, man. I don't know what BMW was thinking. All right, so now that we have this mesh plastic out of the way, we can get to basically taking off this trim piece, which is what we have to do to get this in, but it is very simple. It's a little bit taller too, so it probably has better coverage once it's fully inside. There are these 4 10mm screws right underneath this black plastic, and there's also 2 of these push pins. So let me just get this on camera here. There's gonna be 2 of these on either end. Once you have all of these 10 mils and push pins off, this whole plastic piece here can essentially come off. Now guys, I am absolutely shocked. I just started pulling this away and there's red underneath the gloss black. I really wonder if on the competition or the CS or the CSL, whatever they come out with in the future, if this black piece is gonna be gone and instead you're gonna have the red, because look, even underneath here you got these red fins, I guess. I don't even know. I don't know what you call them, but that's super interesting. And then what you're going to need if you're doing this yourself is just these typical, you know, pry tools. I got these on Amazon. Doesn't need to be anything special. And there's gonna be these clips all along the top side. So as you guys can see, there's clips, there's little teeth, they go into there. I've already done a couple over on this side, one in the corner, one right here, another here, and I'm guessing there's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. You just put the pry tool between the red and the black and you just push down so that the red goes up, the black comes down, and then it pulls right out. So super simple. I'm gonna put the camera down and show you guys me finishing this off. Then we're gonna have this black off, and I really wanna see what's underneath this. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3 already out. Let's keep moving along here and find the next clip point, and I believe I just found it right over here. Also, be very careful, guys. There's a cable here for this parking sensor, so you don't want to pull this off too far. You know, work slowly and don't yank this off. That's a big no-no. Don't do that. There it is. Didn't even make a click noise, which is phenomenal. Came out like butter. Move on over. Again, you could slide this underneath here. It's plastic anyway, so if it does scratch this red paint, it's only gonna scratch the underside of the lip where it's not visible, where it's in contact with the gloss black. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. The pry tool is not gonna be on the actual paint that's visible. One of the final ones is over here. So let's get this one nice and loose. There we go. Let's pull it out. Beautiful, just like that. And then the final piece is here, and this whole thing's gonna be dangling. There it is, guys. All right, so I really want to take a look at what's under this, but first we're gonna go ahead and detach these PDC sensor cables. Oh, and they're very simple. All you need is pick tool like this. You want to flick the silver piece up, and then this should just disconnect very easily. I'll show you guys a close-up once we finish both sides here. All right, and that'll do it. As you guys can see, that is what it looks like with no gloss black. I just want to take a step back and just take a look at how the red looks. I kind of like it, I'm not gonna lie. If you put a front splitter on that, I think that looks even better than stock. Check that out. Essentially, you just lift this up and then you squeeze and pull out. You do that on both sides, and yeah, it comes off very easily. Now we're gonna have to go ahead and take out these two push pins. Can you guys see that? There's one inside on the left and one on the inside on the right. So we're just gonna take those out using our pry tool yet again. All right, so we got rid of this, and obviously we have the male end right here. You're gonna take that off from the right side and the left side, and I'll check back with you guys in a second. So we're gonna put the flat edge at the bottom to make it look better, and the jagged edge we're gonna leave at the top because you can't see it unless you get like underneath the car. So go ahead and put these push pins back, and you're gonna put them through this guy right here, through the radiator grill, and you're gonna put it back into the OEM hole, and then push it down just like that. Do the same for the other side, and it'll be nice and secure, and essentially just kind of float right in the center. Protect that entire radiator in the middle. Alrighty guys, so the radiator grill is now in the car. I know it's a little tough to see, but the push pins are installed and it's holding the radiator grill very, very nicely in the OEM mounting points, and overall it's a very clean look. Now I just learned this, but for some reason the manual M2 G87s have like a basic radiator protection on the middle and even on the sides for the brake radiators, whereas the automatics don't have any protection whatsoever. So if you have an automatic, definitely consider getting this because you're gonna need it. Nothing is getting past those radiator grills, and I should be very nicely protected now for the middle section. All right, so all that's left to do now is reinstall this bad boy. We're gonna have to put the plugs on first and then just snap it back into place. I love the sound of things clicking into place. All right, we're golden. Let's go ahead and install these bad boys, and we are essentially done for the install. So I know what some of you guys are wondering, can you get this radiator grill installed without taking off this gloss black trim piece? And the answer is you might be able to, but you get a little bit more clearance by taking off this top piece here. And also this is gloss black. For those that have an M2, you know that this scratches insanely easily. I already have a couple marks all over the front end. And so if you're trying to, you know, force it in, you scratch up the whole bottom, it's not gonna look good. So safer to take it off, and it's gonna make your job a little easier. Of course, it adds a little bit of time to the actual install, but again, rather be safe than sorry. Okay guys, so that's gonna do it for the video. I hope you all enjoyed. Very simple and easy process. As I already mentioned, all you need is a couple of basic tools and you can get this hooked up and on your car and get some added protection that it really, really needs, especially if you have an automatic. If you have an automatic car and there's no protection, no mesh whatsoever, I don't know what you're doing, man. Go get yourself something. Again, link will be in the description. Big thank you to Stradale once again, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.